All right, we're going to talk about the agency settings menu. So, the agency settings, you're going to make sure you're in agency view in the account switcher here, and you're going to click on settings at the bottom, and you're going to go to settings. The first thing you land on is your profile. So this is your personal profile as the agency owner. And this is where you would configure anything that belongs to you as the agency owner. Not much to see here. The company tab is where you do all of your settings. So your company name, your company email, your relationship number, your company website, and then these are fields to help high level, which is the category, the business niche, and then what are you primary using high level for. When you contact support, they're going to ask you sometimes for your company email. That's this company email. They're going to ask you for your company name. That's the name you have here. They're also going to ask you for your relationship number. Your relationship number lives here. You can also get your relationship number by being on most screens and clicking on the need help. Your relationship number shows up right here. So when you're on support, they'll ask you for your agency relationship number. That's the number you want to use. And then your company address is below. Now, white label. So if you want your logo to show up here, this is where you're going to put it. And pay attention to the size because that matters. All right. Your white label domain is the link that your customers will go to access your software. Okay. And so you want to make sure you put the that here. Then you have the option to enable login with Google to allow your customers to log in with Google. This is your choice whether you want to turn this on or not. I don't turn it on just for the reason of it's going to cause problems later when they're trying to give other people access to their accounts. So I just don't turn it on. Your privacy policy goes here, your terms and condition goes here, and any customizations you have for your account will go there. You can choose to have dark theme or light theme in your company. Okay, advanced settings. So this you definitely want to make sure you have the enhanced security turned on. You definitely don't want anyone to breach your account, so you want to turn on the security. This is about your session. If you want your session to time out, if you have it inactive. So this is I leave mine on never. The other thing you want to do is make sure you turn on I turn on the net promoter because it does help with the clients. I'm all about whatever's going to help them as in business, right? And so product guides, definitely turn this on because this helps them navigate the platform. Unless you have paid for some kind of other thing that you're going to connect, definitely turn this on. Daily updates. So I like this because it helps them understand what's going on with their leads, right? So what are you doing? It also urges them to say, well, hey, I need to do what I need to do to get my business going. Labs. Definitely turn on labs because what this does is give them early access to the features that they're seeing released. Now, you have other controls, and I'm going to show you that. All right. So, single sign on, I'm not going to cover, and then preloaded example data. So, what this is it will load into every account that's created sample data, which is good because it gives them an idea of how they should be using their accounts. Um, And so you can also choose when you're manually creating an account whether you want to preload this sample data. But some people it just confuses them. So um I don't put that on. All right. So that's the company tab. Let's go to the team tab. The team tab is everyone in your system. So this is every person that's in your system. If you want to filter off of agency users versus account users, you can do that. You can filter on user roles if you want to see admins and users. You're the only owner. So if I click here, it's only going to show me, right? And you can select sub accounts. I'm not going to click that because then I'm going to have to blur that out, but it's going to show all your sub accounts in your system. Okay. And so as you see, this is what it's going to show. It's going to show the owner is showing me my name, what my email is, what phone number I'm under here as, what my title is, and what locations I have access to. And so I could filter off of here. All right, so let's go to phone integration. Billing will be covered in a different module. Okay, so phone integration is everything pertaining to the phone. All right, and so you could turn on number intelligence, which is um paid. So it's gathering intelligence on unknown phone numbers, basically. And then rebilling, this is covered in the rebilling module. So it's just letting you know that is rebilling on or off of that account. Also, this last one is telling you who the phone system is managed by. If it's managed by high level, then it'll say lead connector phone. Now, if we go to agency settings for the phone, this is letting you know, and this is new. So this is letting you know what is going on inside of your system. And these are quick links that you can use to access the phone system. Okay. So these are kind of self-explanatory. It lets you know how many active phone numbers you have in your account. If you needed to fast forward your process, you could click here to create A2P, resolve a suspension, connect the phone, or set messaging limits. All right, so let's go to account creation. So with account creation, one of the things you can do is automatically link the phone system, which I do. If they wanted to connect some other phone system, then you would turn that off. I don't turn on the other ones because again, these should be at their level, right? You could turn that off. I leave this up to them as to whether they want to enable these, right? Because like number intelligence, that is um a paid feature. Call recording, call transcription, those they get charged for those. So if they want it on, I let them turn that on. All right, and then email notifications. So I like email notifications because this just lets you know what notifications will be sent, okay? But based off of the phone. So now let's look at email services. So email services is where you as an agency have your dedicated domain. We went through that. I'm not going to go back through that. Location settings is just letting you know whether your customers have on email verification, if rebilling is active, and if they've connected their dedicated domain. Okay. Risk assessment lets you know when they upload contacts if they have any errors or if they had any warnings. So that just lets you know what happened with the upload. Very important. Bounce classification, you can do this based off an account. And when you do it based off an account, it just gives you this information so you can see what's going on. I won't be covering Postmaster tools. And for advanced settings, this is where you want to automatically enable email verification for new sub accounts. Now, that's a paid feature. I don't automatically enable that. All right, so this is part one. We're going to go to part two.